Bleed black and gold, buff forever. You already know, man. It's your boy, T Green, and I'm back with another one.
We all was worried about this linebacker room. Some of us felt, hey, we needed more. Some of us felt like we are okay. And I'm one of those people who felt like, maybe we need an additional linebacker. And that got accomplished, right? But before we jump into all the linebackers who joined and things of that nature and who we see may be the starters and, what Coach Andre Hart has said about our incoming linebacker from FAU. And you already know who I'm talking about. And if you don't know, we're going to be talking about him in a minute, Mr. Jalen Wester. But before we get on any of these guys, I'm happy to know that this whole Trevor Woods talk, I don't know who started the rumors on, is Trevor Woods possibly hitting the transfer portal when that reopened, and, I'm just going to leave it. I'm glad it's not true, because Woods started out at the safety position, as we all know, during the 2023 season, but switched to the linebacker position, where he started 4 games later to the year, if y'all recall. So, after a long conversation with the coaching staff, we already know the history on this. He moved down to the inside linebacker spot, and he has been a true dog since then. Now, coming into this spring, right, he is currently full-time at the linebacker position. And just the other day, he was standing at the podium, and he had this to say. He said, "I'm pretty comfortable. When you're at safety, I like playing in the box, being that extra guy. They're not really calling you out. You're not getting linemen on you as much. That's just the big difference, but I'm learning to play with leverage, and all of that kind of stuff just make it easier on myself." So he's getting used to this linebacker position like, hey, I can really do this. I'm learning the techniques that I need so I can get these big 320-pound dudes up off me. They six coming down, get them up using leverage. Y'all got to excuse y'all know how we do down here when we describe something. You got to let you know, hey, that's what this dude is doing. So that's, like he said, that's just the big difference. At that safety position, he wasn't used to linemen being on him. Now, hey, at that linebacker position, you got to be 10 toes down and stay in that paint, Hey, so that's the difference, right? So now, Woods also said that, the coaching staff pretty much been telling him, like, hey, stay ready, know both positions, linebacker and safety, because if your name get called to that safety position, we may have to put you back there, which is dope.
Coach Hart did. Was there a decision to be made for you about whether or not you wanted to stay or whether you wanted to go with switching positions, or was that something you were all in for?
There was more of like I wasn't sure if I wanted to play linebacker or safety. I was kind of in between. I want to be able to do both, and they've kind of told me I can. But there's no thought of like going or anything like that.
How much did you learn from those game reps at linebacker last season?
I got baptized by fire. So I didn't even last year. I wasn't even in the linebacker room. I was just with the safeties and that games. I would go play linebacker. So I'm learning a lot now, and those games really helped.
Based on what you just said, do you think you'll play some safety as well?
If things happen, like they told me, just be ready, know it all. That's something I try to pride myself on. I try to know everybody's job. So, if I have to.
Because like I said in previous videos covering Trevor Woods more in depth, this dude is going to the NFL because he not only know how to play at the safety position, but now you know how to play at the linebacker position. Come on now. This dude is like, hey, this is really him. If you think about it, not only I could go back here and pick you off, I can also get down here and bust you dead in your chops. You know what I mean? And at the linebacker position, hey, you got to be aggressive and you got to play with heart. And Coach Prime said this: if things happen, this is what Coach told him. Just be ready. Know it all. You know what I mean? That's something that he prided himself on, because he tried to know every nobody's job. So that's dope. It's really not more you could say on that. And the reason why I say this is because he is learning from somebody who's been down there in the trenches. And who is that I'm talking about? I'm talking about the linebacker Lavonta Bentley. Big dog. Yeah, big dog who had 68 tackles last season. 9.5 of those was for losses, 5 sacks, and 2 pass breaks up. Him. You know, Lavonta Bentley is somebody who been 10 toes down, staying in that paint. You know, yeah, he started off a little rocky. Everybody did. New system, new coaching, new everything, right? You see what happened mid-year? Bruh got it in the gear and being a straight beast ever since then. You know, he transferred from Clemson and then haven't looked back since. You know, and he also spoke with the media, you know, during the day. He said, I feel great. Getting better each day, bringing everything together. I'm taking what I learned in the past years and trying to put it all together for this last ride. I'm blessed to be playing this game and trying to get to the league. That's my goal. I feel great leading the guys and getting better every day. Y'all heard them key magic words in there? Leading the guys. So this is what I'm talking about. Him not being prideful. You know, some guys don't want to break down and say, hey, telling somebody else, this what you should do, this what you should do. Learn from me, learn from this, learn from that. You know, a lot of guys want to keep those secrets to themselves, you know, and it's all about I. But at the end of the day, it got to be about you and I. You know, a team. You know, hey, if you know your job, I know my job. We could both be dominant. We could both be dogs on this team and make sure this linebacker position, which is like the heart of the defense, is taken care of. Yeah, you have your linemen. You know, they down there, they your warriors. They your trench fighters. Yeah, you got the safeties. Those your safety nets, right? But that linebacker, that's the heart of that defense. That's what's going to get it done. And trust me, the safety position is good, important too, and the cornerback. But when you talk about the heart of the system, that's the linebacker position. So we need people like Lavonta Bentley to make sure Trevor Woods is on point. And Trevor Woods is so knowledgeable. And he is so, you know, he got it where to take that football IQ, what I meant to say. So picking up game from a senior like Lavonta, who's a true dog, this is why Trevor is gonna be the man. And Lavonta Bentley. And speaking of those two, right now, they the starters. You know, they did what they have to do to earn that, and we haven't seen the spring game. I know we haven't. We not close to the game. Well, we close, but it hasn't happened. But we know, you know, they the starters. But with that being said, right, Andre Hart, who is the linebacker coach, y'all, he's showing some love to Florida Atlantic transfer Jalen Wester. You know, that 6 foot, 205-pound junior who is a true dog, who had over 55 tackles last season for them. 7.5 of those was for losses. Yeah, him. He has been showing out in practice, y'all. Now, Coach done said, Coach Hart, who I'm speaking of, said Wester is making a strong case to see significant playtime next season.
Yeah, we had conversation for Trevor because we see Trevor as a player that could, you know, besides just playing like a dime on third downs, third and longs, things of that nature, that he has instincts. He has the ability to play first and second down. So that was something we had to talk to Trevor about to make sure he understood his role going forward and what he would be to us and how much he means to us, you know? Because you have the portal these days, right? And a guy can jump in there and go and do some things, and we didn't want to lose Trevor. We think he's a great kid, great asset, great teammate, and he's going to do anything but make us better than that linebacker. Jalen doesn't have a bad day, man. Jalen doesn't have a bad day. He's like the Energizer Bunny out there. He's just twitchy and moving around. I think he drinks more coffee than me or my grandmother compared, and we drink coffee every morning before I come to work. So I love Jalen, man. I think he's going to get better. I think he's going to be an asset. He's still competing to get on the field and start. I think what Bentley and Trevor have done is putting them still in the front running. No decisions have been made yet, But I do like what I see. But Jalen is really pushing, and I can't wait to see him on the field.
So that got me to thinking, right? Nobody's really talking about this, but do we have a big three, y'all? Do we? So this is what I'm saying, y'all. I know I said earlier, it's almost guaranteed with Lavonta and Trevor being the starters. But I also said, hey, Jalen Wester will be getting a lot of playing time. So I'm okay. Play some at the linebacker, but he could also be in certain packages at that safety position. I see how this defense is coming together. And I'm curious to know what Robert Livingston do. Because I tell you, if he do this correctly, this defense will be a straight beast. Lavonta Bentley, Trevor Woods, and now Jalen Wester. They the big three. And I don't think, I'm fine with whoever in the game. And that's being real. Y'all get down in the comment section right now and let me know. Are they our big three? And who do y'all see starting? And do y'all agree with me that, Trevor Woods should be a hybrid? Now, Robert Livingston could come up with some nice creative packages where we dropping Trevor back at that safety and we got Lavonta Bentley and we got Jalen Wester in the game. Then we got packages where we got Trevor Woods down at that linebacker position when it's time to cover these fast these fast running backs. I meant to say coming out that backfield, we got Trevor who can run with you. Because see, at the end of the day, Lavonta Bentley is very dope. But in coverage, I'm not saying he's weak there, but you got a lot of fast guys, and especially in this Big 12. You got to get out there and cover them. So we don't need no weaknesses on the defense. And this is not to say Lavonta is nowhere near weak. Don't get it twisted, y'all, and screw my words up. What I'm saying is we could run different formations and we could have different sets where, if we need Trevor Woods to lock down a running back, he could lock down a running back. If we need Trevor Woods to go ahead and drop back in coverage and be in that safety to help over that top, he could do that. And if we need Jalen Wester and Lavonta Bentley to be in there because we need some more meat on the bone because we running against an offense that's running, let's say, a nice little eye package, and they got some fullbacks that's going to bring that pain, then we may need a little more beef up front, So, I think this thing going to be beautiful, y'all. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Y'all already know the motto.
You already know the motto, man. Another day above ground is what? Truly a blessing. Like, share, subscribe, tune in with your boy, YouKnowTGreen, and I'm going to be right back with another one.